It's one of the greatest wonders of the world, a stone dragon that winds over 13,000 miles, protecting an empire. Millions of tourists walk these stones every year, marveling at the view. But locals and historians know it by a different name: the longest cemetery on Earth. For the people who built it 2,000 years ago, this wasn't a monument. It was a death sentence. Historians estimate that up to 1 million people died constructing the Great Wall. But the scariest part isn't that they died. It's the rumor of where their bodies went. Today, on Revisit History, we are digging beneath the myths to uncover the human cost buried under the Great Wall of China. Let's address the biggest rumor first. You've probably heard the story, that the bodies of dead workers were used as mortar, mixed right into the stone to strengthen the wall. Archaeologically speaking, that is a myth. Human bones don't make for good construction material. As they decay, they create air pockets, which would actually cause the wall to collapse. The engineers of the Qin Dynasty were cruel, but they weren't stupid. The reality, however, is actually much sadder. The workers who died from exhaustion, starvation, or freezing temperatures weren't sealed inside the wall. They were discarded beside it. To save time, bodies were often buried in shallow, unmarked graves just feet from the foundation. So while you might not be walking on bones, you are walking through a graveyard. So who were these people, and why were they there? Enter Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China. He was obsessed with immortality and power. To build his wall, he didn't hire contractors. He enslaved a population. Records suggest he mobilized over 300,000 soldiers, but that wasn't enough. He then forced nearly 500,000 commoners, farmers, peasants, and anyone who questioned his rule to the northern borders. It was the ultimate punishment. If you committed a crime, you were sent to the wall. If you couldn't pay your taxes, to the wall. The conditions were a nightmare. In the summer, temperatures blistered. In the winter, they froze. There was rarely enough food. During the Qin Dynasty alone, some historians estimate the death toll reached hundreds of thousands. In later dynasties, some work groups saw a death rate of 50%. If you were sent to the wall, you likely weren't coming back. Statistics are cold, but stories help us remember, and no story captures the pain of the Great Wall like the legend of Meng Jiangnu. According to folklore, Meng Jiangnu's husband was dragged away by soldiers just days after their wedding. He was sent north to build the wall. When winter came, she packed warm clothes and walked thousands of miles to find him. But when she arrived, she received devastating news. Her husband had already died from exhaustion. The story goes that she wept so bitterly at the foot of the wall that her grief shook the earth. A massive section of the Great Wall collapsed, revealing piles of bones. She bit her finger until it bled, testing the bones. When her blood soaked into one set of remains, she knew she had found him. She gave him a proper burial, and then, in an act of final defiance against the emperor, she took her own life. While this is a legend, it has survived for centuries because it represents a very real truth. The Great Wall was built on the tears of families torn apart. Today, the Great Wall stands as a symbol of China's strength and history. It is an engineering marvel that has survived for millennia. But next time you see a picture of it, or if you're lucky enough to walk its path, remember what lies beneath the surface. It's not just a wall of stone. It's a monument to the millions of forgotten lives who built it. Does knowing this change how you see the Great Wall? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to uncover more of history's forgotten chapters, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.